Now see here. Who is Alina Fatima? So see, Ampere's circuital law, it is the alternative of Biot and Savart's law. Means with the help of Ampere's circuital law, we can determine the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. B due to a current carrying conductor. It can be found by using Ampere's circuital law. It's clear? But this law we can apply, and with the help of this law we can find out very easily. In Biot and Savart's law there is a lot of mathematics, but here we can find out very easily. But it is applicable only in those cases where there is a high degree symmetry. There is a high degree symmetry in the current carrying conductors. Now see here. First, you see what is the statement of Biot and Savart's law. Statement of Ampere's circuital law. Biot and Savart's law already I have told. Ampere's circuital law. And it is analogous to Gauss theorem in electrostatics. Means जैसे इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में गॉस थ्योरम है, उसी तरीके से मैग्नेटोस्टैटिक्स में एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ है. It's clear? Now see here what is the Ampere circuital law. So you can see here, according to it, as you know that in Gauss theorem we have assumed a Gaussian surface. Here we will assume a Amperian loop. Gaussian surface was imaginary surface. Amperian loop will also be the imaginary surface. So according to Ampere circuital law, line integral of magnetic field, line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop, enclosing to a current carrying conductor is equal to mu naught times of total current enclosed by that conductor. Or mu naught times of the total current threading through the area enclosed by that conductor. That also you can write. Mu naught times of the total current threading to the area enclosed by that you can threading to the area enclosed by that loop. It is clear? Mu naught times of the total current threading to the area enclosed by that loop. It is clear? Now see here, how will you write it mathematically? So mathematical relation is here line integral of, since it is the integration over the closed path. It is the integration over the closed path. Therefore, you will integrate, you will write like this. This is the integration over the closed path. It is representing integration over the closed path. When you will put this sign circle, then it means integrated over the closed path. So line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop enclosing to the current carrying conductor is equal to the mu naught times of the total current threading to the area enclosed by that loop. This is the statement. Now all of you see here what is its actual meaning. You can see here. Here I have taken a current carrying conductor normal to the plane of paper. This is a current carrying conductor. You can see here. This is a current carrying conductor. It's clear. And you have to determine the magnetic field, suppose at this point. At this point, you have to determine the magnetic field, and this is the position of the current carrying conductor. What will you do? You will take a closed loop which passes through the P, and the loop is such, loop ऐसा होना चाहिए कि उसके हर एक पॉइंट पर B की न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू सेम रहे. ये ऐसे ही लेंगे. Now all of you see here, what should be the properties of the Amperian loop? Number one, Amperian loop passes through that point at which the magnetic field is required. Number two, it encloses to this current carrying conductor, enclosing to this current carrying conductor. It is clear? And number three, value of B, numerical value of B at every point of Amperian loop is same. Numerical value, direction may be different. So see here, here we have taken this as an Amperian loop, and this is the current carrying conductor, which I have made like this. It means it is perpendicular to the plane of paper, carrying the current upward. This notation means perpendicular to the plane of paper, upward. So it is carrying the current in upward direction. You have to find the value of B here. So what will be? Line integral of magnetic field over this loop. This is the Amperian loop. Amperian loop. All of you remember one thing, that Amperian loop is an imaginary loop which is assumed for determining the magnetic field due to the for determining magnetic field by using Ampere's circuital theorem at any point. It's clear? So it is integral B dot dl. Suppose it is carrying 2 ampere current. What will be? It will be mu naught into 2. It is clear? This will be the line integral of magnetic field. Now see here. Suppose there is another example you can see. This is a closed loop of any arbitrary shape. Closed loop of any arbitrary shape. Here, this is a conductor which is carrying 2 ampere current upward. Here, this is a conductor which is carrying 3 ampere current downward. Here also, there is a conductor which is carrying 2 ampere current downward. And this is 1 ampere current upward. Means at this point, conductor is carrying 2 ampere current upward. You can see here, yes, 2 ampere current upward. Here it is carrying 1 ampere current upward. It's clear? Here it is carrying 3 ampere current downward. 3 ampere current downward, and here it is 2 ampere downward. What will be the net current? I net. So if you are taking upward current positive, then the downward current will be negative. So you can find out 2 plus 1 minus 3 minus 2, that is equals to here minus 2 ampere, that is 2 ampere downward. Now if we find out over this loop, if we find out integral B dot dl, what will be integral B dot dl over this loop? So integral B dot dl over this loop will be equal to mu naught times of the net current threading to the area enclosed by this loop, that is mu naught into this. So this is the Ampere-Circuital theorem. Now see here, in order to determine magnetic field by using Ampere-Circuital theorem, we will assume an Amperian loop. Amperian loop. Now, what should be the properties of Amperian loop? What are the properties? So, number one, passage through the point at which magnetic field is required. Number two, loop should be such so that at every point on loop B remains same. In magnitude, in direction it may be different. B remains same at every point in magnitude. Is clear? Now see here. So how will you determine this? How will you? And one more thing, number three, direction of B at loop should be along the tangent to loop, because then only you will get the contribution from vector B dot vector dl. It will be, if vector B is in this direction, vector dl is normal to this, then what will happen? Vector B dot vector dl will be B dl cos 90 degree and cos 90 0. Therefore, it will give no contribution. Therefore, B and dl should be in the same direction. Now we will see its applications. So first application is, applications means इसकी यूज से हम कैसे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. सो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ड्यू टू ए इनफाइनाइट लेंथ कंडक्टर, लेंथ करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर, means there is an infinitely long straight conductor carrying current. Because of that, we have to determine magnetic field at any point. So you can see here, I have taken an infinitely long straight conductor carrying current. You can see. Now you can see here, this is an infinitely long straight conductor carrying current, which is lying on the plane of paper. It's clear. And we have to determine magnetic field at this point. So see here, you can see here, suppose this is a infinitely long straight conductor carrying current, and because of this we have to determine magnetic field at this point. So we will assume an imperial loop which passes through this and which is such so that the value of B, numerical value of B at every point of that loop remains same. So we have taken in this way. It's clear. This is the imperial. Imperial loop is such. It is such that its plane is normal to the current carrying conductor. Imperial loop का प्लेन करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर के नॉर्मल है. और नंबर 2 क्या है? कंडक्टर इज पासिंग थ्रू द सेंटर ऑफ द लूप. कंडक्टर इज पासिंग नॉर्मली टू द सेंटर ऑफ द लूप. Therefore, what is the distance of every point on the loop? If you take any point on the circumference of loop, that will be at the same distance from conductor. हम कोई भी पॉइंट लूप पर ले ले, उसकी डिस्टेंस कंडक्टर से क्या होगी? सेम होगी. ये r डिस्टेंस, ये डिस्टेंस r, ये डिस्टेंस r, ये डिस्टेंस r. So what will happen? Strength of magnetic field will remain same at every point. So here I have taken current carrying conductor here on the plane of paper. So that I am writing here. You can see. Let us consider a current, an infinitely long straight current carrying conductor lying on plane of paper. Carrying current I. It is carrying the current I. Let there is a point at a distance r from it at which magnetic field is required. Let P is a point and these derivations are in your course. Let P is a point at a distance r from it at which magnetic field is required. So first of all, we will assume an imperial loop passing through P. So assume an imperial loop through P such that its plane is normal to conductor. मतलब एम्पीरियल लूप का सरफेस कंडक्टर के नॉर्मल है. इट्स प्लेन इज नॉर्मल टू द कंडक्टर एंड it carries its center is on conductor. Its center lies on the conductor. So see here we have taken an imperial loop. You can see this is the imperial loop. Now here this distance is already given r. So see here what will be the direction of magnetic field. This is the current carrying conductor. You can see here this is current carrying conductor. This is the imperial loop. what will be the direction of magnetic field? So by using, here it is carrying the current in what direction? Upward direction. By using right hand palm rule. Right hand palm rule states that thumb should be in the direction of current, fingers towards that point at which field is required, then direction of pushing of the palm. So direction of pushing of the palm will be along the tangent to the empyrean loop. It is along the tangent to the empyrean loop. Means it will be this. If I here, it will be the direction of vector B. What is the direction of vector dl? That will also be along the this. It will be along the tangent of the loop. So see here, from Ampere's circuital theorem, you can find out integral B dot dl equals to mu naught into I net. What is I net? Net current threading to the area enclosed by this loop. तो देख लो लूप ये है, उसका एरिया ये है, इससे कितनी करंट इसको पेनिट्रेट करके जा रही है. So this is the conductor which is carrying current I. So I current is flowing. So it will be equal to I net will be here. Net current threading to the area enclosed by loop equals to I. So it is integral B dot dl mu naught into I. Now this integration is done over the empyrean loop. So you can see here, when you will simplify at every point, direction of B and direction of dl is same. At every point, over the empyrean loop, vector B and vector dl is same. Therefore, what is vector B dot dl? So it is equal to mu naught into I. What will be vector B dot dl? Who can tell? Vector B dot dl. कौन बताएगा? So it will be B into dl into cos 0 degree equals to mu naught into I. Now as B is same at every point, therefore B can be taken out. The magnitude of B is same at every point, therefore it can be taken out. So you can see here, it is B into dl into 1 equals to mu naught I. You have taken out B, so integral dl mu naught I. Now what is integral dl? Integral dl is the circumference of empyrean loop. So you can see integral dl. It is the circumference of empyrean loop. So this will be equal to 2 pi r because the radius is r, therefore its circumference will be 2 pi r. Therefore here we can write, in place of integral dl, we can write 2 pi r. So you can see here, this will be equal to B into 2 pi r. mu naught I. So B equals to mu naught I upon 2 pi R. Now you can rearrange the terms. When you will rearrange the terms, you can write it as mu naught upon 2 pi into I upon R. R B equals to mu naught upon 4 pi. Here you write down 4 pi and here you make 2. और क्यों ऐसा करते हैं? क्योंकि हमको म्यू नॉट अपॉन 4 पाई की वैल्यू मालूम है. म्यू नॉट अपॉन 4 पाई इन एसआई यूनिट इज 10 to the power -6. In SI unit, its value is this. That's why we write 10 की power. We write in this form, mu naught upon 4 pi. So this is the magnetic field due to an infinitely long straight conductor carrying current at any point, whose distance from it is r. जिसकी distance इससे कितनी है? r. Now suppose if it is not of infinite length. If conductor is of finite length, then what will be? So in that case, only the formula is there. The derivation of that is not in your book. B due to a straight conductor of finite length. Its length is not infinite. So see here, first you see the diagram here. This is a conductor of finite length. And this is a point at which field is required. It is carrying current I. So see here, let its perpendicular distance is R. This distance is R, and the current element which is situated at this end, the current element which is situated at this end, let its position vector is this, and it is making what angle? Phi 1. Here it is making angle phi 1. It's clear. Now see here, similarly there is a current element here, and its position vector this you can take. It makes an angle phi 2. It is carrying the current I. So see here, what will be the magnetic field if you find out the magnetic field due to this? So it will be equal to B equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon R into sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. This formula, only the formula is in your course. In Biot and Savart's law, you can see here, this is the perpendicular distance. When we use Biot and Savart's law, this is the perpendicular distance. There is a current element at the one end X of the conductor. This is the position vector of point P with respect to current element situated here. This will be the direction of current element. So this makes, this is the position vector R1. Here it is making phi 1 angle. Now see here, the current element is situated, which is situated here. Position vector with respect to that will be this. Its value you can write vector R2, and it makes an angle phi 2. It's clear. So mu naught upon 4 pi I upon R sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. Now see here, if it is of infinite length, and we find from this formula, So in case of infinite length. So you can see here in case of infinite length, phi 1 and phi 2 both will become 90 degree. Both will become approaches to the 90 degree. Because when this end will be situated very far below to the O, then what will be phi? This position vector. Position vector will become almost parallel to the conductor. Means phi 1 will become 90. Similarly, y agar kya hai, it is far above to the point O, then position vector will be almost parallel to this, so phi 2 will be 90. So in case of infinite length conductor, phi 1 and phi 2 both will be 90. So you can write here B equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon R. This is sine 90 plus sine 90. Sine 90 is 1, so 1 plus 1 it is 2. I upon R into 2. So when you will simplify, so it is mu naught upon 2 pi I upon R. Same thing you will get. It's clear. So, Shivendra, you can take the screenshot. Shivendra.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see here one more application of this. Suppose P is at the in front of the midpoint of the conductor. अगर क्या है P यहाँ पर कंडक्टर के मिड पॉइंट के सामने. In that case, what will be the phi 1 and phi 2? This is the P. So you can see here. In that case, both will be 45 degree. Here, case 2, P is just in front of midpoint of conductor. In that case, phi 1 and phi 2 both will be 45. When you will substitute here sine 45 plus sine 45. Sine 45 1 upon root 2. So it will be mu naught upon 4 pi into I upon R. 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2, that is 2 upon root 2. So you can write B equals to mu naught upon 4 pi root 2 into I upon small r. So tomorrow I will explain 2 more applications of Ampere's circuital law.